So what is digital marketing? How does it work and how do you even get started on it? Hi, my name is Manuel Leon and I am a senior digital marketing strategist at Design 106. In our channel, we teach entrepreneurs, business owners, and marketers on how to effectively and successfully plan, execute, and track digital marketing strategies. But first things first, if you are interested in learning more about this, make sure you subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you never miss a single video, and absolutely like this video if you think this information was useful for you. Now let's talk marketing. So the first thing is to really determine what is digital marketing. Well, the reality is that a lot of people think that digital marketing is something very obscure, mysterious, and complicated, but it's not. Digital marketing is based on the same foundations of regular marketing. The only difference is that we use digital tools in order to implement our campaigns. So if marketing is to deliver value to your potential customers effectively, then digital marketing is to deliver value to your potential customers effectively by using digital tools. So now that we got that settled, let's talk about the 5 stages of planning, executing, and reassessing a digital marketing campaign. So the first step that you need to implement in order to plan an effective and successful digital marketing strategy campaign is your objectives, to decide your objectives. Now, a lot of marketers will tell you that the first step is really choosing your audience, right? Do audience segmentation, plan your target market. And although this is one of the core aspects of planning a digital marketing campaign, the fact is that you first have to select your objectives. What is the objective that you want to get out of this digital marketing strategy? Do you want leads? Do you want brand awareness? Do you want traffic? Do you want followers? Do you want interactions? Do you want people to take a specific action on your website or your social media? So all these things must be taken into consideration before you even begin thinking about your audience. Now, the second step within the objectives is to start thinking about the audience. You need to understand your product very well or your service, and then think about the people that can potentially buy or hire your company or buy your product. So not only researching them and identifying them, but you must know them. That means that you have to understand what things they like, what things they don't like, what is their demographic, and what are their problems, and how your product or service can effectively help them solve that problem. So this is the first thing. Once you have your objectives set up, once you have selected your audience and you know what is it that you want to get from your digital marketing strategy, now is the time to go to step 2. So now that you have selected your target audience and now that you know the objectives for your campaign, it's time to think about the strategies. And thinking about the strategies, quote unquote, is how you're going to deliver this information of value to your potential customers. You are going to choose whether it's best to do an SEO campaign or whether it's best to do social media strategy or content creation or a newsletter. So these things are going to be dictated by the type of audience, your niche, and the type of service or product that you have. But most importantly, it's also going to be influenced by your budget. Now, your budget doesn't refer only to money, it also refers to time. So for example, if you are an entrepreneur or a small business owner who are starting with your business, you might not have the resources to hire a full digital marketing agency to do a more comprehensive campaign. But instead, you might want to kickstart it with some social media ads or something that requires less budget and less effort. Now, if you're a more established business, then you might want to use a campaign that tackles every angle, from content creation, SEO, pay-per-click, social media advertising, and organic social media growth. So all these things are going to be determined, like I said, by the type of niche, the type of industry, the type of product or service, and your time or money budget. After you have selected all the strategies that you want to tackle within your main strategy, now is the time for execution. Now let's talk about the third stage, which is the implementation or execution actually. And this is something that is also going to depend on your budget of time and money. If you are a more established company and if you have the marketing money for it, you might want to hire a company or an agency like us to implement and execute your entire campaign. And that's gonna save you a lot of time and it's probably gonna help you get more effective results. Now, that doesn't mean that it's something that you cannot do on your own, but it will require you a big learning curve, because someone who is just starting out in the digital marketing world, whether they are a small business owner or an entrepreneur, are not necessarily going to learn all the things that they need in order to execute campaigns or effective campaigns from one day to the next. So this is not something that you learn overnight, it's something that you learn by practicing. So implementing campaigns for SEO, pay-per-click, newsletters, Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, so on and so forth, require work, require education. So my best advice is that if you have the budget, please hire someone. If you don't, then it's time to start getting instructed, so make sure you subscribe to this channel and check out all of our videos to learn more and more and more in each video. Now let's talk about the step number 4, which is tracking, performance tracking. Whether you are someone who hired an agency or a marketer, or whether you are a marketer, performance tracking is extremely important. It's basically crucial. Everything is measurable. And that's pretty much the goal of marketing, whether it's digital marketing or not. You have to measure everything. And measuring results, it's important not only because it's going to help you determine if your campaign was successful or not, but it's also going to give you the clues that you need to find out in order to improve your campaign, to make adjustments and tweaks. So it's not as black and white as saying it worked or it didn't work, because it might have half worked and maybe you just need to do some adjustments. And that's where tracking and performance comes in. Now, all the tools for digital marketing, whether they are on social media, whether it is Google Analytics or email softwares, they will give you metrics and they will give you reports for you to understand how your campaigns are working and how your campaigns are doing. Now, the trick is to be able to read these performances, to read these reports. So again, if you are not a seasoned marketer, it might be a little bit tricky, but if you are, or if you have the time, you can always find out, because you're going to find a lot of abbreviations like bounce rate and ROI and CPR. So what all these things mean is that you need to do your own research in order to understand whether you're getting the report from someone else or whether you are looking at the metrics yourself. It's crucial that you understand how these results come to be in order to better adjust your marketing strategy for the next round and achieve better success. Now, if you are getting excellent results with the campaign as is, great, but I can assure you there is always something that you can improve, there is always something that you can tweak, and there is always something that can be better to help you achieve more growth. Now it's time for the 5th and final stage, which I like to call reassess and redo. Now that you've gone over your objectives, you choose your target market, you decide your strategies, you executed your campaign, and you checked out the metrics and the reports to see the performance, it's time for you to reassess and redo. Now, reassess means that you're going to grab the current campaign or the current digital marketing strategy that you have, and then you're going to tweak it and adjust it according to the results and the findings that you got from your performance tracking. And then you're going to restart the cycle, you're going to restart the strategy with these considerations taken into account to get better results. Now, if you are achieving amazing results with the campaign as is, you might decide to do a redo, which is basically create a different campaign with different objectives. There is not exact science to digital marketing because things are always changing, especially the algorithms on social media or Google or the search engines. Basically, because everything changes so quick, your objectives must change as well with the market. That's why it's important to reassess and redo. It doesn't matter if your campaign was successful or not. There's always something new to learn, always something new to implement, and new tools come out every single day to help you achieve better and much more successful growth with your business through digital marketing. Well, now you know the 5 stages of creating a digital marketing strategy that is both successful and effective. So let's recap for a minute. So the first stage is to choose your objectives, where you're going to choose exactly what you want to get out of the strategy, and you're going to segment your potential clients, basically your target audience. Now, the step number 2 is going to be to determine your actual strategy, which is the channels or mediums on how you're going to deliver your target audience with the information that you want to deliver them. The third step is the execution, where you're at. going to actually implement and execute everything you did in step 1 and step 2. The fourth step is going to be tracking and performance, where you're going to determine and check how good or not so good your campaign is doing. And the final step is reassess and redo, where you're going to either keep your current campaign with some tweaks based out of your performance tracking so you can get even better results, or you're going to start a new campaign with new objectives. I know it could be a little bit overwhelming, but if you have questions, make sure to leave them in the comments below and I'll be happy to respond. Or if you have even more questions, you can always schedule a free consultation with one of our digital marketing strategists at www.design106.com. Remember, don't forget to subscribe to this channel to get more insights about digital marketing and how to grow your business. Click the notification bell so you never miss a single video, and see you in the next episode. Bye.